This thing is so big, it doesn't even fit in my large filming area. It's the closest I can find locally in the UK to what Americans would call a Peet boot dryer. P-E-E-T, boot dryer. And the idea is that you place your boots on these stems at the top and it tilts them back so the toes point sort of upwards like that. And it drizzles without any noise. It just drizzles a bit of heat up these tubes. Look at the flare out there. That's the pearl of black on black filming. But there's heaters in here and the heat rises up and it goes into the boots and it gradually just drives the moisture out. It's not a fast thing, but it's the sort of thing that if you leave it on overnight, it should hopefully dry your boots ready for the morning. I've not clipped the base onto this yet because I don't want to clip it on because, well, we're taking this small bit that all comes to bits. We're taking this bit back to the bench so we can take a look inside it. So back to the bench we go. One moment, please. And now we're back at the normal bench where this still doesn't quite manage to fit in. It is a big thing. Let's take it apart. Oddly, this came, it was what brand was it? Let me just double check that. It was a Job Site boot dryer. It's the only one I've ever come across. It comes with an adapter for Europe and it's got the British plug on it. And the power consumption is 40 watts, so 20 watts per heater in each of these tubes. Let's see if we can get the base off here and take a look inside and see what they're using as heaters, although from the top, looking down, it does look suspiciously as though they're using standard ceramic resistors. So maybe there's going to be some inspiration for cobbling something together out of random bits of plastic pipe if you get stuck in a situation with wet boots that you kind of want dried out. So is this going to come off? Is this going to come off? No, it's not going to come off. Is it clipped on as well? Oh, there's a hidden screw, the bastards. There's a hidden screw. I've just punched the screwdriver through the label. And here it is. That's the warranty void now. Not to worry, there's really not much to go wrong with this. This screw is also not really one to come out. There it is. It's out now. What do we have? We have the incoming supply. Live is broken via the switch and then goes out to these heater pillars, which look very similar to the American one, which is not really surprising because it's probably a copy. So this, is this going to come out? It's kind of sticking. I may have to pause momentarily while I take this off camera because this is not easy. It's coming down to a certain degree and then it's kind of stopping, and I don't think it's the cables that are actually stopping it here. Oh, no, it's just come out on cue. I think it's just the stickiness of the metal. Oh, look, it's a ceramic resistor down there. A ceramic resistor with ceramic spacers that they've put this little stud through, this little T-shaped bit through. They've got a ceramic bead the other side, and then they've fed the resistor leads through. Can I get this more open? Can I get it more opener? There's that little ratchety clip thing. I don't know if they've folded this round. I think they have folded this round. Bear with me one moment while I try and get this open. I'll use the completely wrong type of screwdriver to do this. Is this going to reveal more? It's going to reveal resistors marked 25 watt 700 ohm. So it's two 25 watt 700 ohm resistors in series by the look of it. And it's quite nice. The most important thing here is they've got them in this aluminium shield that is basically stopping them from touching the plastic, so the heat can rise through this and the radiated heat isn't going to actually cause an issue with the plastic. That's very straightforward. That is about as simple as you could get, which is nice. I pondered how they were doing it. I thought it might be something more sophisticated. Apparently it's not, and the way these are held in, they're basically, they've got these little fins sticking out. It's just not supposed to stick out as well. I think it is by the look of it. To actually keep it spaced from the pipe. And then at the bottom, they're simply holding that in with a metal pin sat in to a ledge that stops that dropping back out again. And that is presumably being held in by, well it is, it's being held in by these little plastic bits that push against the middle of the pin. Well, there's not much to that, is there? So that's fundamentally it. All that's in these devices, and why wouldn't that come out, is resistors to create heat. I mean, basically speaking, a heat element is a resistor. Again, they've kind of like, they've folded out to the tabs here, but oh, they've got little round ones here just to space away from the case. Don't know if bending that down really helps or not. I've just done it anyway. But the same again, that resistor, and then just stuffed up the tube again. Very neat. Not really much to go wrong with that, is there? And if you had one of these and it failed, which I extremely doubt it would fail because, well, those resistors are pretty indestructible. If it failed, you could possibly just get another 700 ohm resistor or whatever it is in your country. In America, it will be a lower value to get the same power dissipation. I shall leave notes about that in the description down below. But that's fundamentally it. You plug it in and it just runs all the time. The heat goes up these tubes and goes into your boots. The boots are tilted back so the heat goes up to the toe and then carries the moisture back down as it cools and takes out the boot while drying it in the process. And that is it. Quite a neat thing.